Hi, you guys. I am Triana. This is actually my very first video. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. It's not even just that I wanted to do it. It's more of this is something that's been pulling on me. So, yeah, let's just jump into it. Actually, before I even start this video, I always like to, I just want to let you know, I'm very transparent. I'm pretty much an open book. I'm just saying, test for a testimony, you know, and when God puts something on me, I gotta deliver it. I gotta, you know, as much as I didn't try to run from it and try to ignore it, and you know how we are. We all are that way, you know. You feel something pulling on you or whatever, or you feel some type of way, and you know God telling you to do something, but you like, God, I'm gonna do that later, you know, or it's not that serious, you know, or to be honest, we just want to live life the way we want to live life. And pretty much what I want to talk to y'all today about is your version of vision and purpose. So, or versus passion. Maybe that makes more sense. Or what I have noticed is we hold on to an expired version of ourselves. And what I mean by that is we want to still be the same person we was. And I'm not saying, we want to still have fun. We want to still live up to other people's standards. We want to still be conformed to this world. And you know, God said, do not be conformed to this world, but by the renewing of our minds. Once we learn how to not be conformed to this world, you're not going to care what nobody think. Somebody could say like, oh, I remember her, or I remember him. He used to be this and that. You're not going to care. You just go care about what God thinks. And that's the only person that matters. Not your child, not nobody. God's opinion matters. If God says, I accept you, then that's all that matters. You know, but we hold on to, when we're not following purpose, when we're following the world, when we're following our own desires of purpose or passion or what we think success is, it always end up being, am I good enough? How are they going to accept me? How is they going to look at me? And you know, like even with this video, when I was thinking about even doing this video or whatever, I'm like, man, I ain't never did a YouTube video. You know I've been saying I want to do YouTube for forever, but how they gonna accept me? But it's not about how you all are gonna accept me. It's about God get the glory. How is he gonna accept me? Did I deliver his word the correct way? Am I following purpose? When you following purpose, God said your gifts will make room for you. Your gifts will make room for you. That's why when you try to do all these type of jobs, all these type of, and don't get me wrong, I didn't been there. I'm like, man, I got to get this job. I need to get this money. I'm chasing a bag. I got to do this. And God's still sitting there like, you're not following purpose. But go ahead. Just like how we got to do with our kids sometimes. Myself, I had to bump my head plenty of times. You know, and that's how God is. It's free will. He not going to make you walk into purpose. But when you know it's God's plan, when you know it's what God has for you, when you know, when you want to please God and not man, you walking in purpose. And it's so crazy because the money start looking different to you. Y'all not understand what I'm saying. When I say the money start looking different to you, okay. So when I was walking in my purpose that I thought was my purpose, when I was walking in my purpose and my happiness and me chasing the bag, I wanted the cars and clothes and shoes and picture me rolling. You know, I wanted everybody to see me. But then when it's God's purpose, it's who can I bless when this money come in? What organization can I fund? What child can I put through school? What single parent can I make sure Christmas is taken care of? What grocery store can I walk in and pay everybody's bill up in there? What person can I speak to and tell them when they say, you did that? No, God sent me to do that for you. That's when God is getting the glory. That's when you know it's purpose. When it's not just about pleasing the world, the material stuff. It's about God getting the glory, pleasing God. When you hear good and faithful servant, when you feel and know that you're doing the work of God, it's not selfishly done. You know, it comes from a good place in your heart. And that's the difference between purpose and God's purpose and your version of purpose. And honestly, God's purpose is better than our purpose could ever be in a million years. And the reason I say that is because I'm not saying life is going to be perfect and peaches and creams and everything is going to be nice and you're going to be rich and da-da-da-da. Because it's more levels. What is it? More levels. New levels, new devils. More money, more problems. But like I always tell my daughter, when you go through problems on your own, it's like not having a, what is it called? When you go through problems on your own, it's like not having a life jacket. But when you go through problems with God, you got on that life jacket. You know that life jacket is your security. You know that life jacket is going to prepare you to make sure that you don't drown. And even though it might feel like you're drowning, and even though it might feel like you want to give up, and even though it feel like you gasping for air, and it's like, God, where are you? God, where are you? You got on that life jacket. And it's that security. It's that safety. It's that I know. It's that faith. Where God got me. God go make sure I'm okay. Even though I'm not in this alone. Even though I feel like I'm in this alone, but I'm not in this alone. And you know, when we do it on our own, it's more of you just instantly start drowning. Just instantly. And you like trying to catch your breath, and you probably hoping you got a life jacket, or you hoping you got something to lift you back up, but you just start drowning and drowning and drowning. And that's how it is, you know. But when you choose God, God's way, God's purpose, it's no drowning. It's keeping the faith. It's believing in who He is and who He say we are. God said we fearfully and wonderfully made. God said we could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that's why when I used to always want people to sit at their table and how you do this, how you do that, how you make this plan work, how you do this. God said, I will prepare a table for you. You don't have to sit at nobody else's table. God go prepare that table. And He go make a footstool for your enemies. Pull up a chair. You know, and it's not to be like, oh, I made it. Oh, look at my enemies. Da, da, da. No, we pray for them. That's God's way. I know it sounds crazy or whatever, because it's still hard for me to even, you know, feel that way sometimes. But we pray for them. We trust God. That's just like when Jesus was nailed to the cross and He said, forgive them, God, for they know not what they do. That's just like anybody. All right, so what I pretty much wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about is just follow God's way, God's purpose for your life. For I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. That's God's way. Not your way, but God's way. All right, I love y'all. Let me know how y'all felt about my first video. Like I said, it was my first video, but I just allowed God to take over with this one. And it's going to be more to come. And again, it's going to come from God. I'm just being a vessel. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, whatever it is you have to say, whatever questions you have. Go ahead, drop those. Go ahead, drop those questions and comments down below. And thank y'all for watching.
Yay! That was so good. Good
Was
job.
it?